Yeah. Test. Volume test.
So loud.
I'm going to turn this up because I want to make sure I had audio issues today. Volume test.
You may want to make sure you had audio issues? Alright.
All right, now we're good. So, funny thing, I just noticed one of the tags on the stream still is golf.
Yeah.
Is golf.
We can make that relevant.
I'm not changing it.
Puzzles game.
I'm not changing it. It's staying. Oh, golfing in D&D.
All the golfers show up. Oh, what is this? Proceed a D&D golf match.
Oh my god.
You know, roleplay as Tiger Woods.
Yeah. Oh, holy cow. Awesome. So last game, my god, what did we do? We were in the city for a long, long time. We were shopping and buying and doing all kinds of stuff.
Convincing people to get crystal balls.
Getting our crystal balls, getting our going to the Rangers Guild. Man, we were all over the place. We talked to a lot of NPCs. We got a lot of good allies and made connections. Pardon me.
And none of them screwed us over, which is amazing.
Yeah, they're nice people, man. What are you gonna do?
So,
It's uncomfortable.
It's unlike me. Now, so then we got on the ship and we started heading north, sticking close to the coast. We were doing well. There's the host, yeah.
Just
The hostess. Made our way north along the coast until we left the continent of Ashura, crossed some open water until we got near the Baronry of Loken, and were met by frost giants on a big outcropping of rock. At sea, where two boats were fighting, pulled up, started joining the fight, led the charge, so to speak, against an enemy we weren't familiar with, who was kicking the hell out of us. As the guys were kind of fighting them from a distance, and we went right up. We got right up close to them, so that our boat pretty much hit this rock or this island gently, just up there, as well as the other two boats pulled in quickly behind. May jumped off the middle boat and started running up the island behind the two creatures that were essentially 10 feet away from each other, as one is right in front of your ship now, no longer bound by magic, fully awake and ready to beat up people and ships. The one thing I don't have,
conscience,
that too,
sympathy.
that
Empathy, no empathy.
I
Sense of direction.
have the original drawing that I did, the little sketch of the giants and everything, but I don't seem to have the exact initiative board that we had.
Oh, I have that
It
somewhere.
must have been on a scrap of paper. I no longer
I might have
have.
thrown out the scrap of paper.
If not the end of the
Oh,
world.
you know what? You didn't do an initiative. You
Oh,
had
we were
us,
going in actual
we were
order.
Going in order. or
That's
something,
why.
Yeah,
That's why. At the time.
because we were on the ship still.
But at this point, we can do initiative because it's fun. So let's do an initiative where I will put the people who are not here, Jackson and May, at the end.
ah,
Gonna be a good night, boys. I rolled a 20.
I'm right here.
Not Jackson, Ragnar and May. I give the wrong
I don't
name.
know. I'm conscious. Can I roll?
You can roll.
Yay!
Are you actually conscious? Or are you like just drooling on yourself currently?
I logged off when I was unconscious. You said that you stabilized.
I used the healing kit on you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm still at 0. That I just stabilized. So
Oh,
I'm.
so you are drooling on yourself. I'm trying to keep you from choking on your tongue. Okay.
Like if
What'd
you
you
ever
roll?
put your fingers in my mouth, you best be buying me a drink first.
Jackson, what'd you get?
16.
You got a
What'd Clairval
16.
get?
20.
As did I.
Yeah, but 20 plus what?
I have
I got a
I-
natural 20
Yeah.
14.
plus my 3, so 23.
Okay. I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Alright, so Kylo will be first.
And the monsters last. Monsters.
It's going to be Kylo, Clairval, Jackson, and creatures. Then we're going to do May and Ragnar. And then we're going to do NPCs at the end. If we need, etc., etc. Alright. That'll be our order for this. So, Mr. Kylok, you...
Take a cheeseburger and fries.
It's not your order. You're at the front of the ship. You're standing, like, pretty much at the front of the ship, which has been hit by 2 large chunks of rock, which have come over solid rock and ice encased on them. Hit your party members, parts of the ship, broke the railings, cracked some front ends of the ship, and scattered that material all over the deck of the ship. You went down to use your healing kit on Clairval, so that took your full turn, the last turn that you had, to stabilize him. You know he's not going to die, of course, unless he gets hit directly with something, but he is out of the line of fire. Your turn, the ship has come up slowly against the island, enough that you could jump off the ship onto it if you want, but there is 2 giants, one in front of you, one 10 feet away, and they have reach. So if you move around, it's going to get an opportunity to attack on you if you go that way.
First, before my turn, quick question to the DM.
Mm-hmm.
If I want Clairvale back in the fight, if I cast a cure wounds spell on him, would that
Anything that gets him to 1 hit point.
he would be back in the fight?
Yeah.
Okay. I will go ahead and cast cure wounds at level 1,
Okay.
which is a 1d8 plus 1.
Now, for you, is that a regular spell?
That's my first level cure wounds spell.
And you can't...
Okay, what's your spell modifier?
Sorry.
Your spell modifier, like your ability modifier for spell.
A spell modifier is plus 1.
Okay. So it is 1d8.
Sorry.
It is 1d8 plus 1.
1d8 plus 1. Now, does it say anywhere that you can cast that as a bonus spell or as a reaction?
I'm not sure. It says
Okay,
touch.
no.
It says range touch because I'm right there. So.
It's a regular spell. So that's
Regular spell, yeah.
that's your action, so you can move if you want.
Okay.
Or hold your ground.
Yeah, I think my movement will be to go and get which one's the cleric? Kai or Kara?
Kara.
Kara. Go get Kara.
All right. So what you would do is move away
Or get
from.
pounded.
You got to move away from the front of the ship towards the center of the ship where the staircase is, and start going down below deck, basically. So it's gonna take your movement to get there, type thing.
You need to heal me first.
Yeah.
Use your spell, then move. All right.
So
So
you got four.
Yay!
You're up. You're up. You're able to do stuff.
Oh!
You've been hit.
I know! Ow! It's over, right?
Hell no.
Clairval,
Take a
your
look
turn. You
out
wake
there,
up.
There's still 2 giants of unknown origin out there.
Yeah. Now they're pissed off and aimed at you.
Okay, so I have so I can move, which I'm gonna do. Do I
Mhm.
have
You got an interaction left.
okay? An interaction? Would I be able to, before I run downstairs, identify what those are that we're fighting?
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Okay.
All right. Being a ranger.
Yeah, I would use my my ranger feature, the beast skill or whatever.
Yeah. Go for it. That's a good one.
I will be back in a minute.
Go for it, man.
That's- What does PHB mean? When it-
Player's handbook.
Okay, so how do I use that exactly? Do I have to roll something?
Yeah, usually like a relevant skill modifier, like a wisdom check.
What are you doing?
Trying to identify monster.
Oh, okay.
So there's no knowledge check in this, but we could use a random wisdom.
Yeah.
Yep. Roll d20, add your wisdom modifier. We're going to call it a knowledge monster check for your being a ranger.
17.
17. Okay, so you do identify these as frost giants. So these are not your local stupid, big, dumb hill giant. These are well-trained, armor-wearing, axe-wielding frost giants of the north.
They are military.
They are very, very strong, very smart, very... where are we
So
at?
can't throw 20 foot around rocks.
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can. Yes, well, they can.
Because I say so. Fuck you and die.
Frost
Okay, so
giants
I
consider the mental
go,
crafting of goods beneath them.
I go Clairvel. Those are frost giants. Good luck with that. I run for the stairs.
Rulers by might, brute respect brute strength.
I'm going to get the cleric. I'll be back.
Okay, so that's his go.
Yep.
All right, so now it's Clairval.
Clairvel.
Oh, I get up. I can see the frost giants from where I am.
Yeah.
You dirty fuckers. And I cast a spell. I need a wisdom save from both of them.
Okay, number 1. Oh, an 18 plus relevant things. Number 2, a
Plus or is it minus?
is a good an 8. Well, you gotta get a point. 18,
front,
right?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's see.
It could be a minus.
You never know. It's interesting. I opened it right up there now. Okay, let's see. Frost a giant. Wisdom?
Yep.
I get a +3.
Okay, so the 18 is fine.
The other guy rolled a 3, so he got a 6.
Okay, so he failed. So it's the same spell that I'm casting again, Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
So the one is basically charmed.
Do you
Or
want?
not charmed? What's the condition I'm thinking of?
Stun.
No, he's
Immobile.
He's, charmed. He's incapacitated.
Incapacitated,
That's the word
yeah.
I'm looking for.
Okay, so there's 2. One was
Yep.
right in front of your ship. That's the one you had incapacitated before. That's the one you wish to incapacitate again, right? He has the most hit points.
Yeah.
Okay, so that guy's let me write incapacitated. The other guy has low hit points. He's to the right of the ship, 10 feet away. Okay, so you stand up, incapacitate him so he can't come just crashing down on the front of the ship. Brilliant idea.
Yep.
Anything else you wish to do?
It's really getting into character.
Can I, as a move action, attempt to retrieve a healing potion from my bed? I know I can't imbibe because that's an action, and I already took my action to cast a spell. But
You can interact.
yeah,
Yeah,
so I just want to get one of my healing potions.
yeah, for sure.
I'll take it when I can.
There ye be, Jackson.
Okay, so is the one closer the one that's currently hypnotized?
Yes.
Okay.
The one that's close to me is just staring up and like looking at imaginary fireworks that aren't there anymore.
The other guy's
Yeah,
10
that's the
feet
one-
away.
Is that the one that's beat up, or is the other one that's
No,
beat
the
up?
other one's beat up. Yeah.
The other one's beat up.
I'm gonna get right in the face of the one that's beat up and cast Booming Blade.
So you got to jump off the boat onto the island?
I already
Oh, wait.
jumped off the boat.
You were in the
last
water.
round.
You're right. Okay, you're going to get up to him and do Booming Blade. Do it.
That's a 17 to hit. Does that hit?
17, you got him.
Yeah.
That's 11 slashing damage.
Ooh.
And he takes 1d8 of thunder damage, which is going to be 6.
Oh, right away?
If he moves, he's going to take another 2. Yeah, because I'm level 5 now. It does more.
Okay, because of where we left off, you jump up out of the water, get on the land, cast Booming Blade, and then thunder, boom, goes off, and you just see that thing just fall down to its knees and then fall down face first into the snow.
Looks dead.
It looks dead.
Nice.
Found his friend quickly.
Clairvel yells out, "Bind him!" It would be the creature's turn. Does he get a save, or is he just out for a certain number of turns?
He's incapacitated.
Okay, he is out. So with that, Ragnar will grab his backpack and his rope, run up the front of the ship, jump off, and start going to town tying up the boots. You see the other 2 ships as they had hit follow May on as well. These guys start getting out of the ship, running up with ropes, nets, everything they have, and start lashing it all around the guy, roping him up. They're pulling him in a couple-man teams with ropes, trying to knock him down off his feet, pull him down to the ground. As he falls down, they'll bind him up the best they can, and everybody will start cheering. these guys come over to you, start smacking you on the back. Yeah, we got the frost giants.
I'm down to 4 hit points. They might not.
They're shaking you and jostling you around. Yeah. For Kylo, you see, you call below.
Look, make sure those bindings are tight.
Guys know what they're doing. They're out there. They're tying them up. You see a whole crew from both ships are over there really getting this guy. I mean, they got everything all around them. They got him tied up. They got nets on. They're cheering. They got the other one. They're lashing the feet, starting to pull him back to the ship. May's even over there joining in. Kylo, you go down, start yelling down for everybody below. Kara comes up and says, what the hell's going on? Asking you stuff. The impact from the rocks. You say there's injured. She'll come up, give out some healing.
The blood is freely flowing off the bell.
1d8 plus 4. 6. She'll heal you for 6.
Okay.
And this is just her healing him, because that's all she has, a cure light wounds thing here. She's going to heal him again. She's got a couple of them, 4. So 4 and 4 is 8. So another 8. Take 2 of those away.
Jackson's gonna climb back up on the ship at this point. Turn to Clairval. There, I finally got one before he could blow his mind.
Oh, you get the cleric goes intense to Clairval on the front of the ship. Jackson, you're over on the land too. The guys are congratulating you and everything like that, and they look over at your ship and they go, "Oh, you took a beating. You took a hard beating on that ship. We gotta come back with us. Come back and get a repair. We got a feast. We gotta celebrate."
Anyway.
What was that?
We were planning to go that way anyway.
All right, they say. You see the guys start dragging the frost giant that's dead onto the one boat until they get him onto deck and everything, and then they start pulling the other guy onto the other ship. Everybody helps out till they get his body on there and have him on board. They come over and assess your ship. You've taken a big smash to the front of the ship, but you're still seaworthy. You're not sinking by any means. If you need help with ropes, they'll tow you along. If not, you can sail with them.
I reckon we can sail. We'll be able to keep on afloat.
All right.
We should probably do some repairs along the way so we don't take on any more water.
Yeah.
Who's got the carpenter kit?
We bought one.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought we did, didn't we?
I don't know. We talked about them all a million times.
I believe one of the crew member that we hired might be able to help with this.
Aha.
Let me look at that list.
That's why we hired a crew.
True. They can do basic repairs. They can throw some boards on there to stop any leaking type thing. Bind some ropes around the front of the ship to keep the front part on. And you'll sail.
Keep the bow together.
Yeah, keep the bow together. Sail back east, actually, towards the shoreline. So you come across an island, a great island, just north of where the continent of Ashura ends, and the water of the ocean kind of seeps through now. Since the changing of the world, you will come across this larger island. As you get closer, you will see giant cliffs and an outpost atop.
What's it called?
What's that?
What's it called?
Who you asking?
The first mate.
Of?
Our ship.
Your ship. Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
He should know.
All right. Yeah, it's the first mate of your ship, and he's sailed these waters before. He knows this is Loken. This is the outpost known as Loken. He'll say that you're sailing towards. He's kind of happy about that. Happy to make port anywhere. He's going to be able to have some drinks, dip into that stuff
water.
you bought. No, you've been out for a long time here. Yeah. You've been out for a week. You were sailing for a week straight before you got into battle and damaged the ship. And you're going to make your way east towards the cliffs. He's very happy. He heard this is a good place, a place of celebration. So he knows it well. It's not too long before you guys dock the the ship. You make your way over, and there's a big set of docks. Dock the ships, and you see the men go right to work. They start loading the giants onto wagons. They have these wagons with horses set up near the dock, and they'll start moving the giants on to the wagons. Guys come up and assure you your ship's okay, and repairs will be underway soon. You
The guys that come up, I'm gonna ask them, what do you plan to do with the giants? I mean, one's dead.
They told you they're going to have a feast.
We're gonna have a feast. No, we're not gonna eat the giants. They
Is
say.
he giant here?
They say we kill giants. We'll take
Jackson might have a recipe for that.
we'll take parts of them as trophies, of course. This one won't make it back into the.
I don't want to know what part.
Do you mind actually if I take a few vials of the blood from one of them?
Take the blood from these bastards. That's fine, they say.
He's making a sauce for pelican.
Jackson's gonna fill up his empty health potion bottle with one of their blood.
Nice. Okay, blood of the frost giants. Awesome.
Will we have time in the space to get to port for me to take a short rest?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Good.
take about an hour for sure.
That's fine, because I'm going to be expending some hit dice.
Yeah, so remind me what happens in the short rest again.
So 1 hour of downtime where you're not exerting energy. You're resting, you're sitting, you're walking, you're not, helping put the giants on the wagons, that kind of stuff. The other guys maybe do that. What you're doing is getting back what your character's abilities get back in a short rest. So short rest for each character is different. Some recover spell slots, but you can definitely use hit dice to recover hit points. You can use a number of hit dice up to your current level to heal yourself.
And you'll also get the healing words with that, so you get an extra D6. Or Song of Rest, sorry. So you get an extra D6.
Extra D6 with each die,
Mm-hmm.
or just one?
Just one.
Just one. Okay.
Yeah, double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's just one.
I think it is just one.
So if you're level 5, you can do up to 5.
Up to 5 hit
Sure.
dice, yeah. You only get one back per. Forget. I think it's one back per long rest.
There we go.
I'm assuming we're starting fresh because we just started a new adventure, right? We were in town for weeks. We probably would have recovered all our
Oh yeah, for sure you get it.
hit dice.
Yep.
Yeah, just one extra D6.
Okay.
All right. So if you're gonna take
Click
the
on short rest here, it'll tell me what to do, right?
yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, you get the sheet, man. It's automatic.
Yeah.
In the meantime, while you're taking a short rest, anybody who takes a short rest will be doing that, not doing much. The other guys will be helping load the bodies up on wagons, and get some stuff or supplies off the ship. Your crew, of course, knows what to do. They're in port. They know they're going up to somewhere to relax. They're going to grab barrels of drink, supplies. Some of them are going to stay behind. The new guys are going to stay behind to watch over the ship and help with the repairs. While the rest of you make your way up towards the city.
Okay, I'm going to ask the cleric to check on any of the crew members that were involved in the battle, just to make sure that they are healing. So while we're resting.
All right, hold on. Let me check. Let me look at something here for 1 second.
If they're able to. If they're doing something else, I mean, they're our guest.
Yeah.
Jackson's gonna hand the crew about 44 gold, because that is their pay for the first week,
Nice. All right, Crow
and let them go off drinking.
is very happy to get the money. They're definitely going to blow through it. The cleric herself, when she addresses you, will point out your recklessness, Mr. Ranger, and say that
My recklessness?
you were too hasty to go into that battle without identifying what was happening, and you injured your companion as a result. She wouldn't mind helping out with healing him, but the other men can probably rest up and take care of themselves and find some healing here. She says, "Be more careful in the future. You should know better as a seasoned adventurer." As she makes her
I'll make
way
sure
up towards the
Mention
city.
that to the captain and turn the ship toward the giants.
Yeah, Ranger.
Uh-huh.
I could tell they were giants.
They're really big.
So were the boulders.
You follow along as the men march, blowing horns from horses, as the procession leads up the winding cliffs, up the path overlooking the cliffs towards a large walled fortress atop a hill. Eventually, the gates are raised, and you enter a grand courtyard. You are greeted by cheers at the sight of the giants and welcomed in.
As we're welcomed in, I am going to pull out. What are we going to do with here? Pull out the loot.
Okay.
And just sing a little song explaining our harrowing journey, our epic battle with the giants. Again, completely leaving out my involvement in it. Just, singing the praises of our brave Captain Jackson and the wisdom and battle prowess of Kylo and our tiefling. So
Yeah, she was the first one to run up and throw hands at those things.
Yeah.
performance check.
Performance check.
So that would be a 22.
Nice. Okay, so you say very loudly the name of your companions, the adventure you have gone through, and your heroism in the battle, to a courtyard full of these people who are very happy and in great merriment as the wagons come rolling in, the men blowing the horns and carrying the giants in on wagon. You are welcomed in. Again, your hand is shaken, you're patted on the back as drinks are handed to you, and it's you're off the sea for once. You hear a voice from above and look up top. A man on the battlement raises his glass and speaks praise to the squad below. The men return praise to the man up top who is well kept, with a beard and nobleman's clothes. You hear someone below yell, "Cheers to Leland! Cheers to his house!" As the man up top raises his glass to the men below and yourselves and your tale of your heroism. He is surrounded by a host of beautiful women and says, "This was a great hunt. There will be a feast tonight in your honor, and to our guests as well who aided in the battle. Please relax. Find shelter here. As any damages to your ship are rebuilt, you have a place of safe haven." The men seem to cheer and revel around you as the Baron himself kind of waves and cheers to everyone below as he makes his way off with a crowd of people. You're free to walk around and do whatever you wish.
Port?
We are in Loken.
I recognize that name.
We have been here before.
Oh, Claire Bell's been here.
I
before.
have. I don't know if Claire Val has.
Clarabelle has not. Clarabelle has not.
I have not been.
You find you. You see your men kind of run off out of the courtyard towards an archway and through some doors where they have an inner large feast room, to lack of a better term, a bunch of tables all over the place, some food and drinks set out just momentarily right now for what's going to come out tonight for everyone, but places to play music, relax, lay down. There are some shops and things in the courtyard, such as a blacksmith working away at one end of it, and other people building things and sewing things. You can see a lot of woodworking going on, shipbuilding and whatnot, as you guys are here.
Loken.
You were in Loken.
Exciting.
Mhm.
It's not our destination.
It is not,
We're here.
but
We're here.
you're a week out to your trip. You saw some action, took some damage, and are resting up in a port.
Any port in a storm, my friend.
That's
Any
right.
port.
Especially the port in a storm of rocks. I'm gonna just sit by the fire and take in the festivities. Yes, after I've rested for a bit, so I regained I used 3 hit dice and regained my full hit points. So
Mm-hmm.
Jackson is going to make his way down to the shipwrights that are repairing ships and building ships.
Mm-hmm.
Introduce himself as one of the several people that helped bring in the giants last night,
Nice. Okay.
and ask if they could help with the repairs to one of his other ships.
Oh, all right. I got their interest. Which ship is that? They say.
If we could go over to the water, I'll be happy to show you.
All
It's
right.
an unusual piece. It's not something that I'd normally trust people to work on.
Because of your name again being sung so loudly by the bard, and your your part
they know what
in the raid, these guys follow you down. They're confused, kind of. They think there's another ship at the dock. They come down to see what you're doing, and there's no ship there. It's just your ship and the other ships being repaired.
What you playing?
As we go down to the shore, I'm going to turn my box upside down
Okay.
and let it take the form of a ship upside down
Nice.
so that they can see all of the
Upside
acid damage
down.
on the bottom of the
Oh.
ship.
Yeah, sit down.
All right, so the ship appears magically out of the box, and they're kind of like, "Whoa, that was pretty unique. We have not seen that type of magic before, especially when it comes to shipbuilding." They say, "Any repairs we do to the ship, would it be unaffected by this magic?"
They should be unaffected, yes.
All right, and they'll say, "For you, friend, we'll work on this. Go enjoy the party. Leave this to us. You've done a great deed today."
Jackson's going to ask how much it's going to cost him.
It'll cost you nothing, they say. Take down one of these frost giants. That means a lot to our people. And now you are a friend of our people. And we will do this for you for free.
Feel free to add your town's flag to it as well.
All right. Ooh.
And Jackson's going to head off for a bit.
Okay.
Did you get 2 of those flags? One for the other ship or no?
No, not yet.
Got the one. Where's Clairval gonna go?
Clairval wants to take in the town, get a feel for the people here.
Okay.
He's a little put off by the fact that this was a hunt.
Yeah, I caught that too.
Yeah. So like, I get like frost giants, evils, kind of a given,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But still not comfortable with the whole. They're sentient beings, so not really cool with the whole hunt thing. So Clairval's trying to get a better sense by talking to people about how things work around here. Like, is this like some kind of like ritual to prove how tough they are? Is this more about lowering their numbers because the giants do raids on the ships? I'm trying to get a sense for what's going on around here.
Okay.
These people. So, do you want investigation, persuasion to talk to them? How do you want to do this?
You tell me. It's your way of finding out information.
At this point, I'd probably say I'm investigating more than anything by talking to people.
Okay.
But it's all talking to the people. Unless they're being guarded, in which case I need to use persuasion. But investigation would be 22.
All right. Very good. They're not guarded at all. They'll tell you straight up that they do go on frost giant raids, frost giant hunts. They hunt them down and they kill them in this area. It is not only a show of strength and brute force, which is idolized by the Baron, but also it is a personal matter. They will bring up that the Baron has started these raids, these hunts on the frost giants for what they've done. They have sacked his great city of Leland to the north, where everyone used to live. As you walk about here, you notice this isn't a city. This isn't a town. This isn't a fortress. It's an outpost. There was a city, and the frost giants raided it and killed everyone, except those who could escape, and took over the city, forcing everyone south to the outpost, to their stronghold that they have. In this, what's it? Damn it, starts with an E. Not evacuation. Exodus. In this great exodus from the city, one of the Baron's daughters were killed. And the Baron prizes his daughters. He prizes his family. And they were slain. And ever since then, him and his men go on these hunts for these frost giants and kill them and make them until they are eradicated, and he can take his city in the north back. That is what you get.
Okay. So he lost one of his daughters, but he prizes his daughters, so at
Yes.
least one's still around.
He has many, as you saw on the battlements earlier. He was surrounded by a few, his wife and his host of daughters.
His
Okay, so
host of daughters.
Yes,
those
He's
were his
got a
daughters,
harem.
beautiful women around him.
yes.
Okay. So, Kylo, behave yourself.
So
Ironic coming from the bard.
Yeah,
Jack,
coming from the bard, yeah.
Have you seen this bard make a pass at a single woman? Or me?
Yes, the girl you got the crystal ball from.
No, I showed charm. I didn't make a pass at her.
he was charming in his
I'm
shirt.
sure it was just the shirt working.
Kylo,
Yes.
what do you wish to do throughout the day? Jackson's having the ship repaired. Clairval is searching through the city and getting information. You sat by the fire for a bit, but what do you want to do today?
It's still the same celebration.
It's the same
right?
day. We haven't had the celebration tonight yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna hang out in the celebration area with kind of view the crowd. I've asked the brother and sister to join me, and the mages to come out and kind of enjoy the food and everything. So we're just kind of all hanging out here, taking it in.
Okay, you're in the area kind of where the men are with the
Yeah,
tables.
yeah.
Some
Sure.
food, drink, whatnot, just relaxing, sitting down, maybe trying to get to know the NPCs from the Adventurers Guild a little more. The cleric and the rogue, along with some men from the ship. You're walking.
As well as surveying the area, kind of keeping my eye on what's going on, because I'm unfamiliar with the customs of this nation. So.
Mhm. As you're doing that, you see someone enter the room from the other end. It is a fairly young woman, pale-skinned, red hair, kind of clad in nicer clothing with a furred cloak, being followed not too far off by some men who look well-armed and kind of matching type uniforms. Comes into the room, looks about, catches your eye. As you're looking around, she's looking around and sees you as well. We'll walk over to you and ask, are you one of the men from the raid today?
Yeah, we all of us here are part of the group from the ship that assisted in your ship's takedown of the giants. Yes.
Are you one of the ones from the story? The man said.
Oh, probably. He likes to build us up in the story.
Which one? Which one are you? She says.
We're trying to help do our part. I'm Kylo Wintershield.
She go, Kylo. Oh, that's so wonderful. You're such a strong man. I heard the tale. Your skills are impeccable. I cannot believe what you've done today.
I'm gonna get you all laid.
Well, it was nothing really. It was what we do.
Oh, what you do? So you do have skills. Are they by chance for hire?
From time to time, nice shirt. Wow. Surely your retinue that's with you is capable of going on any quest that you need taken care of.
Oh, they're more interested in just fighting the giants. They're blind to my needs.
I'm sorry, I didn't know this was it was NSF. Not safe for work. That's
Persuasion!
interesting.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
15.
Do I have to roll against that?
Yeah. What do we got? Insight, maybe? Oh.
What am I rolling for?
Insight.
Yeah, do insight.
12.
Oh, all right. She's charming. She's persuading you.
Well, yeah, she's charming. I can tell you, she's charming.
She's building on the story, this great story of you, and taking down these frost giants and your venture here. And you guys you're not from here. You have a set of skills, a very certain set of skills, you and your party.
I will find you.
I will kill you. She takes a seat down next to you.
Yes, have a seat. This is Kira and Kaya.
She'll look at them. They look very impressive as well.
I mentioned the
How
names
they
of
go.
the mages that are sitting nearby as well. That,
She says, with all these people, surely you can help. I'll
what is
pay.
it you need help with?
I'll pay any price, she says.
Any price.
Any price.
Any
She says, as a child, I had to flee my home city of Leland.
Oh,
And
what was her name again?
Fada. She introduces herself as Fada.
Darth Vader.
Fada. You killed her.
So anyways, sorry, go ahead on your story.
When I was a child, I had to flee the city of Leland in the north. I left behind a box of personal effects that mean everything to me. Since the ruins are now inhabited by the frost giants, I cannot retrieve it. Would you retrieve it for me? I can reward you. I can reward your show of strength, however it is you would like.
In a destroyed city, how would I recognize a box amongst all the others?
She looks around, back to the guys who kind of followed her around. They're not paying attention. They know she's in here. She's with you. They're just kind of milling about, eating some food, maybe taking a drink. And she pulls out a parchment from below her cloak and slips it over to you. She says, this is a map of the castle itself. I've marked my former chambers on there and where my effects should be.
I'd do an insight check.
Okay.
20. 19 plus 1.
It's a well done map.
Not just on that, but I'm trying to determine if she's one of the daughters of the
Oh,
Baron
100%. She has an escort and everything in there.
well, I don't know the customs here.
Being a folk hero, you can kind of
You know.
put it together.
Oh, I know.
She says, I have access to many treasures in my father's treasury. Anyone could be yours if you do this for me.
I'm not necessarily in it for all the treasure. I do like to help those that need to be helped. Those in
She comes up next to you. Well, I need to be helped.
I love when Dean tries to
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is so cringy.
yeah.
You could have put a wig on, you know.
God, he's gonna do that next time.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up screaming in the middle of the night now.
You're gonna see Dean in a red wig.
You had to color it too, thank you.
Oh, she has a red. She has red
It's gonna
hair.
be that much more vivid.
He's picturing now. All right.
He's put a lot of thought into this.
In a frilly shirt and a cloak. Anyways, so yes, I look over the map and I hear the pleading in her voice.
You see the men kind of paying a little more attention. She's been over there a bit. She kind of looks back, gets a little nervous, stands up, kind of bows to you respectively, and just whispers, "Come see me if you're interested tonight.
Where would I find you?
Meet me by the stables.
Tables.
During the festivities, I should be able to sneak away."
Alright. Bow to her like, okay, Millie.
All right. Okay. The rest of the day goes pretty good. The sailors are drunk in no time. They're just hammed up. They're wandering about the courtyard. They're in and out of the room. Jackson's work gets underway. Clairval gets information. Everybody kind of makes their way back. As the sun begins to set, the festivities go off. A big celebration. They have a large game from the hunt that is brought in, and the main hall fills out. People spill out into the courtyard. Music is a go. Some people egg on Clairval for more stories and excitement.
I will give another performance. 22 again.
Nice. Okay, you start telling some rousing stories and everything. People are getting
Not true. It's not true.
people are getting going here and there, and party is underway. As you go, Claire, Kylok, give me a perception check.
Okay, just one thing. When
Yeah,
he
go
takes
ahead.
a break, I want to pull him and Ragnar aside,
Hmm.
kind of maybe behind the stage. And that I'm gonna talk to them about the interaction that I had earlier.
Oh,
Seeing
go
as
ahead. Yeah. Okay.
They've been with me since the beginning of all this. I want to just run it by them.
Okay.
I'll include the others if it's necessary. But
All
for
right.
now,
As they take a break in the stories from the bard there, the music breaks back out. People are eating and drinking. You get up, walk over, and approach Ragnar and Clarabelle.
so I explained to them what went down. Lovely girl, lovely girl. Very lovely.
She had this red wig.
Clarabelle, I'm sure she has an ugly sister for you.
I appreciate that. Would you like me to recount the number of stories I know that go poorly because the hero involves himself with the Lord or the
Baron's
Baron,
daughter.
Mayor's daughter,
Yes, I know that.
and yet we're
However-
having this conversation?
However, there is a map and a treasure, and did he fill us in on the fact that Leland's daughter was killed?
Oh well, I don't know. Would you have filled them in over time?
Well, when we're all comparing notes, I would add that in. Like, he's explaining what happened here, I would explain her motivation and what I know about this town and the giants. From what I've learned, Leland, that's the name of the town too.
It's interesting because the Baron's last name is Leland, which is what they're calling the town up north, which was ransacked and taken over by the Frost Giants. Now you're in Loken, which is an outpost.
Yeah, so Leland, not the Baron, but the former town. Weird, I know. Completely beset by Frost Giants, or at least it was. They were sacked. That's why they came down here, and why they do not have a whole lot of love for the Frost Giants. And it is borderline, if not blatantly over the murder, mayhem, and mirth.
So to fill in more of the story, Feda's information that she gave me was that they left when she was a small child. She's definitely not a small child now. So it's been many years.
Again, Mayor's daughter, bad idea. Keep going.
I'm just looking for information. So we?
It seems odd to me that the Lord's daughter. What do you call it? Call him Baron.
He's a Baron. He's a Baron.
He's a Baron.
Baron's daughter in a port town where, adventurers are going off hunting for giants has to contact us,
Skilled
try
adventurers.
and retrieve this box. This doesn't smell right to me at all.
No, I got some of that off that too. As soon as I figured out that she was of note, she was very convinced. She was very convincing.
I'm sure
I
she
will
was.
have to tell you.
I can actually still see the stars there, buddy. Again, bad idea.
And it's a very well drawn up map. Just take a look at the map. Look at
Wow. So
the cartographers in this place.
Just gonna add on to that
A1.
first speech for you with my hair now.
I just noticed. There you go.
Just to add to your nightmare.
yeah, me all the
You're
time.
welcome.
I'm not sure which I find more frightening.
You have
I
a
wake screaming at 3 a.m. Phone call.
You get a map of the castle. You have this well-drawn map of the castle, and there's a lot of rooms on there. There's a lot of areas and a lot of things. She had mentioned they were driven out in haste, and a lot of things were left behind. Things she is concerned with, obviously, is her personal effects, but there are other things in there, too. I'm sure great.
Here's my concern. So we've got the Baron's daughter. Wants us to go back to the town that she left when she was, let's say, 3 or 4, right?
Yep.
Because she wants us to retrieve a box she had there when
That
she
she
was
holds dear.
3 or 4. I don't know about you, but I don't have that many mementos from when I'm 3 or 4 that I'm going to be hiring adventures to go retrieve from frost giants.
Oh, you don't? You should see what I've got back at my
Ah.
True. I understand what you're saying, and I know we are supposed to be getting these mages back to their families. We won't take this on unless the whole group
Well,
is united on it.
we need a lot more information at this point.
Yeah, there would have to be something more
When are you supposed to
exciting there.
talk? When are you supposed to talk to her next?
I'm supposed to meet her tonight at the stables.
Why don't you let me partake in that conversation and see if we can get a bit more depth to our answers?
Again, this is why I'm talking to you and Ragnar, because I figured I would take you guys with me, because again, I'm not sure of this town. Everyone seems to be very friendly, but the whole giant killing thing is a little off-putting.
Yeah.
And the festival of killing a giant.
Yeah.
If it was a war, I don't think they'd be celebrating so readily.
I'm with you.
Because I think they'd be preparing for a backlash after they took out 2 of their troops.
Mm-hmm.
And this fort doesn't seem super fortified either, from what I've seen. Am I right in saying that, DM?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is not a super
I
fortified.
was really hoping he was going to completely contradict. No, this is like one of the most.
This is a lockdown fortress.
It's surprising your boat was even let in here.
All right, you have a little discussion, just a couple of you, deciding what to do and what you're thinking as the night goes on. You, Kylok, give me a perception.
Failed. I got like a 7.
A 7. Who else is there? Clairvel, give me a perception.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. You guys are blind as shit.
It's a very busy room. There's a lot of people here.
I am entertaining the masses. I can't see through them.
All right. Okay. All right. The night continues to go on. You have a party. You're eating food, entertaining, talking to various people. Stories are being told, things about you and whatnot.
26 on a performance check.
Nice. As the second round goes off later on in the evening, and things pick up. Kylok, you're walking around, taking in the merriment and whatnot. When you're, oh shit, bumped into by someone. What do you carry on the outside of yourself?
What do I carry on the outside of myself?
What would you have in a belt pouch or on the outside of you that's not tucked away in a backpack?
Raw.
Any personal effects? I'm not looking for money. What's a personal effect or something of note that would identify you as you?
Definitely that brooch that I found, the elven brooch, is on my cloak.
Mm-hmm.
And I would probably have, I'd have my, no, they'd be under the cloak. Would I even have my short swords at a party? I don't know. Probably. I don't have my bow with me, but I'd probably have the short swords with me.
Okay.
Personal effects, there might be I don't know what I have.
I mean, we can go with brooch pin. It's an identifying effect, right? So you have a very unique looking brooch pin on your...
Now, that's the one that I found in our adventure. That's not
right.
What I'd be carrying. Like, that would be a long-term thing that I have.
Okay. Do you wear something? Do you wear something of your house or your last name or your family?
I don't know. Let's say I have a ring that belonged to my elven mother.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's a personal effect. type thing. You walk around at the party again, entertaining and
Kind of get what you're doing.
listening to the story and whatnot until you are bumped into. Afterwards,
Oh, sorry. You're okay. Yeah.
someone passes by you. You don't get a good look at him with your lower perception from earlier, and
I'm
you
quite
begin-
blind in this light. I don't know. I can
You're
see 60 feet in the
I'm
dark.
blind to the light. You go again to do something simple. Maybe clasp your hands or take a drink, and you notice your ring is gone.
Ring.
Start looking around the room. You try to remember the last time you had it and when you were wearing it. New
Bumped into somebody.
new circumstance. Give me another perception.
20.
20.
There you go.
You
The
see
ring.
you see someone at the back of the grand hall. Seems to be leaving, headed out towards the courtyard or whatever, dressed in darker clothes, simple vest, cape or cloak on him and whatnot. Has his looking over his shoulder, peering back at you after having bumped into you. You can identify that's clearly the man. With a natural 20, you can see him quickly kind of see a brief second of your ring as he pockets it and makes his way out into the courtyard of the full room that you're in.
Far away, is he?
He would at this point be almost it's hard to say because like a movement's 30, a double 60. You're in a crowded room. Let's say he would be 3 or 4 turns ahead of you.
Is there another door near me?
There's different doors to various areas, but nowhere to where he's going. Where he's going out back and into the courtyard is at the far end of the hall. Got the upper hand on it.
Before I take off after him, I wrench into Ragnar that quickly tell him the situation and tell him to tell the others.
Make your way over to Ragnar and explain it to him, and Ragnar will go look around for all the other guys, slowly getting to everybody throughout the grand hall and informing
I
them
take off toward the door.
something's up, that someone had taken something from Kylok and made their way out of the grand hall. Kylok's going to be looking for the man. So these guys will be a couple areas behind as you go outside the door. Go outside the door, into the courtyard, and start looking around. I'm going to use your natural 20 perception. You see the man just kind of exiting the courtyard through another set of doors. As he does so, and he moves, you can see that his cloak kind of flares up a little bit, and you can notice an insignia on a bag attached to his belt of a different baronry, one that you're very familiar with. The man at this point has not seen you. He saw you in the main room, and he went away, and he's clearly heading somewhere.
Still looking around to see if there's any others take notice of what he's doing
Good.
that maybe have been signaled to come after me.
Exactly. Good point. You have a natural 20. You look around the courtyard just to make sure if there's anyone lying in wait for you or whatnot. You had seen the man exit through a set of doors. Take a quick look around. There's no one. No one seems to be paying much attention to you. There's people out here. They're reveling still. They're walking and wandering. Some of the sailors are out here, but it doesn't look like anybody else is with him at the moment out here.
Continue to follow.
All right. You make your way up to the set of open doors and peer inside. Inside, you can see a set of stairs going up, and you can see a little bit of a hallway with doors at the far end. You make your way in and around the stairs. You can hear the clicking of boots moving down the hallway, the pulling of a door.
Is he moving further into the fortress, or is he moving out?
He came through the courtyard, went kind of into the hallway of the fortress, and looks like he's going out a back door.
Okay.
He's heading towards the outer wall.
Is there just the one way to follow him, or can I go a different way to kind of try to get ahead of him?
Being not familiar with this place, you could try another way to get ahead of him. You could try up the stairs, you could follow through the hallway, or you could go a different way, back in the courtyard and around the wall.
Yes, let's go back around the courtyard, around the wall.
Okay, you make your way back into the courtyard, looking up, kind of like, where's the wall go? Which way was he head? Okay, start making your way, cut course through the courtyard, to the far end. Go out a giant arch, turn kind of to your left of where the man should be, and you see out there and around and over are the stables, where the area where the horses are set up in the distance. Do you want to move stealthily, or how do you want to move?
Yes, I'll move stealthily not to disturb the horses.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
So I rolled a 14. My stealth for my dex bonus is 6 plus 6 plus I'm wearing the +1 armor.
Nice.
So I get a 21.
Okay, you make your way stealthily through the courtyard towards the stables and the horses, getting down low near some horses as you can hear them making.
I put the those goggles on too.
Oh, your glasses, your lenses.
Yeah, the lenses of the eagle or whatever.
All right, you put
so
your
I can see much more of the area.
you put on your lenses as you make your way over and you get near some horses. Give me an animal handling check.
Tell me he gets donkey kicked. Oh, crack.
18.
You are dead. Make your way up, and you're able to get near some horses that kind of, I don't know, what's that stupid horse noise? They go, make their horse noise. Yeah, there you go. You're able to assure them, you're nearby, you're lurking nearby, but you're not doing anything that would cause attention. You look through a couple boards in the stables, and you can see the man. You can see the man, this guy dressed. He's got black riding boots. He's got the cloak on and whatnot. He's putting some items into a saddlebag and throwing a blanket up and getting ready to take out a horse. He's starting to untie it. Looks like he's not, fleeing or leaving or doing something. You're not quite sure.
Far am I from him?
Say 60 feet.
So I could get to him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna sneak up behind him.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out one of the short swords and put it and kind of come around the back of him.
All right, with your sneak, he has not seen you, so you can. 60 feet, we're not going to do the whole sneak with a lower speed, blah, blah, blah. We'll say 30 feet. You get 30 feet up, you're within 30 feet of him. You got your swords out, and you're sneaking up on him. He doesn't see you at all. You see him with a piece of paper in his hand. He has like a parchment in his hand, which he looks at, kind of thing, and then he folds up, and puts into the saddlebag. Puts his leg up, going to get up on the horse.
I grab him and hold the sword to him.
All right, so give me a strength check.
$11.
11. All right. Kind of jump out, go to grab the guy by the arm. He gets a 16. He's surprised, flips around, pulls away from you. You see him reach down, pull out a short sword. Initiative. Me and you.
$14.
You were first, sir. He got a 5. Oops, I need a book for this.
Excuse me.
Okay. Okay.
See, I know who you work for. And I want my ring back. And I will. What am I gonna do? Can I grapple with him?
Yeah, you're. Yeah, for sure. You're up with him. So it's your turn. Start of a new turn. If you want to grapple with him, it's strength check.
Okay, because I'm not looking to kill him yet.
Okay.
Otherwise, why would I be a hero?
There you go. Okay.
So I need to roll a strength check.
Roll strength check.
11.
9. All right, you reach out.
Oh.
You
there you go.
able to grab the man. You grab him by the wrist. You are now grappling with him. So you got him. If you want to do an action, you can do an action type thing or a follow-up type thing. But you have him. You're like, I know who you work for. I want my ring back. You grab hold of the man. You have him.
And I'll give you one chance to leave here and not get hurt. And my friends have been alerted and are on their way as well.
All right.
Inspiration? Bluff?
The man.
Actually, how about let me try intimidation.
Okay.
I'm not very good at it, but no, I can't do intimidation. Persuasion.
Are you gonna persuade?
Yeah.
His friends are on his way.
No, not about that. About giving me my stuff back and
I know, but that's part of the reason why he should. You're persuading him.
yes.
I'm giving myself advantage in this situation. All right.
So I got a 17.
He's gonna get a 19. He's not persuaded. He will say though. He will say, "So you are Kylok." What was the name? What was the name of the baron you were from?
I'm just saying I know who you are. I want my ring back. I saw you take my ring. I know who you work for, and I want my ring back.
That look good.
I never told you my name.
He knows your name.
What is the baron called? I wrote it down.
I get too many messages past it.
Servanthar.
So he will say, you are Kylok of Servanthar. He's like, I'm bringing you in one way or the other. He goes to give you a knee, like to knock
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
to knock you. He's going to get disadvantaged because he's grappled. He's trying to fight in a grapple. Does a 15 hit you?
It equals my armor.
Okay, so I got you. He's just going to do... He's only going to do 4 points, but he's going to hit you hard with a knee, trying to break the grapple. He's not. I'm not actually breaking the grapple. I'm just saying that he's attacking you in a grapple that you control. So he hits you hard with a knee, trying to let you or make you let go. Says your name and where you're from. And he's after you. Your go.
I still have the one short sword drawn in the other hand. I'm going to attempt to run him through.
Okay, so in this, I think. Let me think about this. In a grapple, one-handed sword, I'm pretty sure you just attack as normal. You don't lose dex because you're in control.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh shit! All right, you score a critical hit on him. Roll some
so
damage.
that's
Really like that ring.
Yeah.
12.
That's
My
my
other
ring.
I also know the kind of person he works for.
Beef.
Okay, so 1d6 plus 5. 10 points of damage.
Oh wow. All right. Okay, you hit him. Boom! You hit him hard with the
I actually
sword.
get 2 attacks per round.
Not in a grapple though.
Not in a grapple. Okay.
We're in a grapple. One basic attack. You hit him hard with the sword, critically wounding him. I have to escape it, or I have to whatnot. Oh shoot! What did you get me originally in the grapple? I should have wrote it down.
11.
11. It was 11. Okay. So all I had to do is
You
beat an
rolled
11.
9.
Beat an 11. So I got a 16 on an escape. Okay. Uses his action to escape the grapple.
Do I get a reaction?
Do you have a reaction?
I don't know. Do I get a reaction?
I don't
Which
think
reaction do you want to get?
you have to have a.
To him escaping my grapple.
Nah, you have to have a physical reaction, like an actual.
Okay.
reaction.
Escaping the grapple doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity.
Nice. Okay. So he escapes the grapple. This is round 2. Let me just check this off. You guys will come in later. He escapes the grapple, and he's going to move. So he's going to move backwards. His interaction, he's going to pull out a crossbow that he's got loaded. And he's going to say...
He's a little close for a crossbow, isn't he?
I'm going to say that, however, will provoke an attack of opportunity.
as he moves back. He's going to say, I can have men here soon. All I have to do is alert them. Surrender now. Come quietly with me.
I'll be long gone before your men get here, and you'll be in a puddle of blood.
Your turn. Your go. Got a bow on you.
I'm gonna attack him.
You gonna move up?
I'm gonna pull the other short sword too, and I'm gonna attack
Okay.
him with both.
All right, come. You go up, start stabbing.
Oh, nice. 19 plus 8. So
Yeah.
for both swords.
Nice, man. On both? You rolled on both? You got 19 on both?
Well, okay, we got 19 on the 19 plus 8 on the first one,
Okay.
and 16 with the other one.
All right. Still got him.
Okay.
Roll some damage.
Oh, that critical I did on last time. What was added to the damage?
You had max damage in your roll.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so my roll was 10.
Mm-hmm.
Was 5 plus 5,
Mhm.
and so additional damage would have been what, the 1d6 plus 5.
That you
So
got to
another
roll,
11. So I
yeah.
actually did 21 on them.
You got to roll the secondary damage. You get the primary damage is your full damage, and you roll the secondary damage.
Yeah. The roll was a 5.
Oh, I see.
plus-
Okay.
Plus 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it would have been 21 damage.
Got it. Okay. All right. So this round, you pull the two swords. You move up. You're unaffected by him with the crossbow on. You just start trying to chop at him. You hit him. Boom, boom.
Both swords.
Give me
Okay,
damage.
Here we go. So 9 with one sword. 10 with the other sword.
Okay. 19 damage. Nice. All right, you move up. You start stabbing him with that. He's gonna shoot the crossbow off, kind of as he's moving back, pull out his weapon, kind of thing. After he takes a shot. 19 to hit.
He hit me.
It's gonna hit you for 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage. And give me a Constitution save.
Poisoned.
Seventeen.
Oh, you got 17? Yeah, you avoid the poison.
Okay.
Nice.
So I take 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. You avoid the poison from the crossbow bolt. Comes back with the thing. He says, "You won't get far. Once I alert people to where you are, I'll have a
Wait,
group
where
here
are
in no
my
time."
friends?
One more round.
All right.
Your turn.
I'm
Oh, no,
attacking.
it seems to like my stories here. I don't know if we're.
Well, I'm
You're a
hoping
big boy. You can handle yourself.
I'm hoping Ragnar was coming at least.
Oh, Ragnar's coming. He's slow. He's a dwarf.
Maybe Jackson.
All right, what are you
Maybe
doing, though?
Sword
Tell me
Digger.
what you're doing.
I'm gonna attack him again.
All right, you're going to move up and
Let's go.
attack. You're pressing. Okay.
Press him. 'Cause-
He's impressed.
All right, so the first one, 12,
12 to hit. You miss. Phew.
Okay.
In your haste, you miss.
and natural 20.
Ooh.
28.
Nice. You come
Natural
up
20
and
with the second one.
get him again. Strike a deadly
Okay.
blow.
So that's
Full
so
damage.
11
Yep.
plus 10.
Oh, 21.
21.
Awesome. His go. He gets to strike back. He's stabs back at you with a weapon.
Oh shit, he's still moving.
He's going to get a 16.
Just so we're clear, Clairval would be dead several times over at this point.
Yeah.
He's going to get a 16.
He's gonna roll a 16.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna hit me.
I hit
So
you.
15 armor.
Oh, 6 and 3, 6 and 9. 9 points of damage. And again, give me a saving throw. Constitution saving throw.
What's he hitting me with this time?
The sword. Short sword.
So he threw down the crossbow.
He threw
Hold
down
down
the
the sword
crossbow.
with his
Good.
second.
Yeah. Gotcha. Boom.
I got a 19.
Oh,
22.
Getting so lucky. You should see the poison damage. It's so high. All right.
What's the what was the damage?
76.
No. What was the damage that he hit me for?
9 points of damage.
9.
All right, so you miraculously avoid the poison as he's like, "Oh, what the hell? What's going on?" Top of the round, Ragnar and the others show up. Anybody here who is part of the group that will want to show up will show up. So Jackson, if you're there, you will show up. Clairval,
Yep.
if you're there, you'll show up, and Ragnar.
On a shot might be a bit of a misnomer, but
So we'll have the three of you roll off against each other. For Ragnar, we'll get a 6.
20.
Nice. You're gonna come in guns blazing, eh? Because that's higher than what I got.
Jackson, what'd you get?
The 3.
Jackson got a 3, and Ragnar got the 6. Okay. So, Clairval, you, Jackson, and Ragnar run kind of out towards the stables on the word of the men from the courtyard who all point that way. He went that way. When you ask where he went, come around the corner, make your way over to the stables. You see a fight going on between Kylok and a man in black. They're going back and forth, trading blows with weapons. And you guys are, we're going to put you 60 feet away. We'll put you 2 moves away from the action.
Okay. So, question.
Yeah.
We show up. My first instinct would be to go for a charmed person.
Mm-hmm.
The ruling on charmed person is he gets advantage if he's attacking or
An
using
ally.
combat with an ally.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know me, and I haven't engaged with Kylo at all.
You're coming to his aid, though.
He doesn't know that. We're just showing up.
You could announce it.
I will give you this. I will say the element of surprise. You come into the stables, right, and you see this guy, and you're going to try charm. If next round you're still in fights, then it would not work, right? But this round we'll say yes.
Yeah. All right. So I come in. I'm 6 feet away. I move 30 feet up, single move, and I'm going to cast Charm Person on him.
Okay.
Gets a Wisdom saving throw.
9.
No. He is charmed. Whoa, buddy. Things are getting out of hand here. Hold on. I'm going to stop this guy right now. You leave him alone. This guy is my friend. You leave him alone is what I'm saying to Kylo.
Oh.
I'm charming the guy he's fighting,
Gotcha.
and I'm saying to Kylo, you leave my buddy alone. We're going to get this sorted out, but nobody hurts my friend here. You okay, buddy?
He goes, yes, quickly, get him.
No. You come here.
No.
You're my friend. We're on the same side. Let's get him.
I know. Come here.
Okay, that's your action is to call him
what I'm
over.
doing.
Okay.
I'm calling him over. I'll give you a persuasion check.
Okay.
That would be a 22.
Okay. On his turn.
He's charmed, and that's without
Okay.
any bonus for being charmed.
All right. Ragnar. Ragnar's turn. Ragnar's kind of looking back and forth like, do I smash him with an axe?
Well, he's just heard me tell Kylo to leave this guy alone, and me call this guy
Damn
over.
it. All right. I gave Ragnar a thing. Ragnar will have his hand on his weapon just watching this situation. Jackson.
Defensive stance.
Jackson is going to move 10 feet forward
Okay.
so that he's about 50 feet away and sees the horse that's ready to go. And he's going to pull out his bag of pork rinds and just cast grease directly in front of the horse.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Fuck up your getaway.
All right. Of course, we'll be eating. We'll be more occupied with that.
That is just a grease ball of butter.
He'll go to town
But
on
it
that.
is difficult to break.
Kylok.
So I'll put my acting skills, those that I have.
You can see this guy's
I'll
charmed.
say-
You can see it in his face.
Yeah.
This guy's charmed.
Yeah. And I'll say, Clairville, I'm sorry, I didn't know that this was someone you knew. He's stolen a ring of mine. I want it back. And I'll defensive stance. Just, I'm ready to go.
We
in
will
a
get
moment's
this sorted out, but don't you go throwing out accusations against a good friend of mine.
All right. Guy's turn.
Yep.
Guy
He
will.
does not get a new save.
He-
He's charmed.
He's charmed.
So the charm condition, he can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful spells or abilities, and I have advantage on any ability checks to interact socially with the creature.
Now, is he only charmed to you, or does he still view Kylok as?
Yes, he's only charmed to me. He can still view Kylo as an A. I can't. This doesn't affect that.
All right. So, what we'll do, Kylok, do you have your weapon out?
Yeah, I've got both swords in a defensive stance.
All right, this guy's going to have his sword out in a defensive stance against you. He knows that Clairvel's his friend in the distance and wants him to come over there. So he's going to circle around you, holding the sword on you, unsure of you, watching you, making sure you're not going to make an attack. He's going to turn around. He's going to back up next to Clairvel, his buddy, right beside him. And he's going to say, we have to take this man in.
What's going on?
He's wanted. And the reward is huge.
How huge?
Big enough for both of us to retire well.
Yeah, how huge is it? I don't know how much I'm worth.
Hey, you be quiet. Did you take his ring?
I have the ring. I'm sure it's him. This is the Kylok that you were speaking of inside. You were telling a tale of him.
was. I didn't realize it was that Kylo where there was a bounty.
It was. I have a group of men I could signal that could be here within days. We can take him down and take him away.
Where do we need to take him to?
We're going to take him back to the Baronry. And it gives you the name of
Back to where?
here, Kylo.
Barony of Sorvanthar.
Sarvanthar. Back to the Barony of Sarvanthar. He's very wanted there. Someone very powerful has hired many men to capture him and bring him back. I just so luckily found him. Up here, of all places. He's one of many that I'm after.
I'm happy I was able to help you identify him. For my song, you might not have never realized it was the same Kylo.
But now you have done well and stopped him from getting away.
I will ensure he doesn't get away. Kylo,
Yes.
you are going to go back to your room, and you are going to wait there for me until I tell you it is time to leave. Then we will bring you where you need to be brought to.
Wait, am I charmed? I'm happy to leave your friend here alone if he gives you my ring back.
All right. He'll say, if you can have him secured to his room, bound there until the other men arrive, and we can take him freely. I'll give him the ring. He'll go back to the room. You lock him inside, and once backup gets here, we'll take him in.
Give me
You
the
mean
ring.
you mean the special room, right?
Give me the ring. I will hold the ring to ensure you do as you're told, Kylo.
He gives you the ring.
Where are your friends and how do we signal them?
He says, we ride east to the far shore. I will signal them with this. He pulls out a little magical trinket of some type. He says, once I signal them, they will make their way here from the mainland. Here's a group of people they are hunting as well. They will drop that for this. This bounty is very large.
Oh, I take a look at the device. Have I ever seen anything like this before? Just like a flare gun?
Kind of like a magical communication type thing. You're familiar with Messenger.
Is
Okay.
he letting Clairval hold it?
I mean, if he asked for it, he's just showing it.
Am I familiar with it?
You're on the far end of the stable.
I haven't left yet. I'm standing right here. I'm like right here, guys.
You're 60 feet away.
Pulling this thing around. It's remarkable.
It says, no, it's just a common device. Given to all the bounty hunters.
The craftsmanship on this is phenomenal. My friend, we need to celebrate this.
No time for celebration.
We're going to retire, and we're going to retire well.
We will. We have to get Kylo in chains first.
No. What we need to do is get him secured to his room, and he's not going anywhere as long as we hold this.
I will take first watch outside his door.
I'm going to do persuasion. And I have advantage.
Damn it.
So that would be a 29.
Oh.
Damn.
You are the hero here.
Of course I am.
You need to go have your celebratory drink. I
I want to tend to those wounds.
He's pissing blood.
He's bleeding out. 61 points of damage.
Yeah,
He's
man.
gotta take
Yeah.
out.
I will take.
Clairval, you'd be dead.
Oh yeah, very much so. I will take first watch. You are going to go have drink.
All right, but I will meet you at dawn,
Excellent.
and then we ride
Here.
east at the stables. We'll take my horse. If you have your
Yeah.
horse, we'll take yours as well.
Excellent. Enjoy your drinks.
Gives you a smack on the back. Starts making his way out towards
Yeah.
back to the party. He's
Come on,
holding
you-
his side.
Come on, you troublemaking vagabond. I'm going to do a performance check because it's going to be impressive.
All right.
That would be a 23 on a performance check.
Nice.
Do you believe that I do not like Kyle looks even starting to wonder. What did I do to
All right. The man makes his way out of view and back to the party, so to speak.
You realize I could slice you up, right? I don't say that loud, but I say it softly to Clairval.
All right, Kylo,
not
you were
going
standing
to,
in the
but-
Yeah,
stables.
I know. I hand you your ring back.
Thank
So I'm usually not one to pry, but now you've involved us in this. So am I now aiding and abetting?
You do realize my room is on the ship, right? I don't have a room in town.
Yeah, you realize that I'm not actually taking you to a room.
Well, obviously.
Well then,
So I'll. Oh, kitty.
Get are you?
yeah. Stop
Yay!
being distracted by the cat.
Yay!
Answers now, because
Yay!
He's
that man
charmed.
should have died for taking your ring.
That guy was, he was gonna die for taking my ring.
Well, Clairval
Yeah, I gave
asks
him
you why was that guy
Gave
gonna
him a
die?
chance.
Why is he after
Um,
you?
I was gonna let him go had he just given me the ring. He works for the. I remember the story I told you
Mhm.
of I freed my town from tyranny, right? From a tyrant.
Mhm.
He works for the
Oh,
Baron. He works for the Baron that controlled the town until the town was freed. There was a the town in itself is free due to the relic that was found that protects the town and the town's military from them coming back. But I was banished, told not to come back on fear of death. However, I've assumed that he would have agents out looking for me wherever I traveled.
I don't think it needs to be an assumption anymore.
Not
Rather,
anymore, no.
Jackson's gonna head back to the party. Keep an eye on this guy.
yeah, it's boring. I'm not getting to kill anybody. I'm going back with it.
Not to mention, I'm not the one that should be wanted. His men killed my brother-in-law.
And what's he?
Sure,
What would he think of that? What would his side of the story be?
Yeah.
Who, Clairvel?
No, this Baron Servanthar.
What would he think of it? Well, we took the town from him, so he's
Yeah.
not too happy.
Yeah. All right, so we've got a problem. What are we going to do about this? We've got about. I don't look at my watch if I have one. We've got a little less than an hour before this guy realizes that he's been charmed and is going to be attempting to signaling his friends, except he's going to realize that I still have this.
Good man. Did you tell him to get good and drunk too?
I told him to go celebrate, but depending
Oh
on
yeah,
how
Jackson's helping him get drunk.
Oh, you went with him?
it's going to wear off in about an hour, and he's going to realize when it wears off that he was charmed by me.
Well, we could kill him. That wasn't my first choice, but if I have to.
We could kill you as well. I'm trying to work with you here, Kyle. You're not really helping your case.
I'll be back in a second.
All right.
He did steal my ring.
And he gave it back.
Yes, now he did. We could, and I'm happy to leave him alone, but we need to leave town.
Yeah, I'm getting that. So
Is the ship ready to go?
the ship's not going to be ready to
Yeah,
go yet. We
no.
needed a few days to get this thing prepared.
Yeah.
So
Well, we could meet with Veda and do her quest into the city. But
Well,
we'd be coming back here, which gives him enough time to summon his people here.
I'm going to say he needed a few days to get his people, I think, if he doesn't have the way to signal them. You said that they were about 3 days out, if I'm correct. There.
They were 3 days out doing their own tasks somewhere. If they were to be summoned by him, they could be there within that time. If they're not summoned, they would not arrive.
Yeah,
And you have the summoning stone.
and I have the summon.
The summoning stone in the ring. The summoning stone was given to Clairval. The ring was given to you. The man had a horse with saddlebags and other effects that were his in the stables.
I'm checking the horse before we leave the stable.
As you make your way over to the horses, you're talking to Clairval. You reach inside the saddlebags. You can
Does
pull
he slip in the grease?
up the greasy butter.
I'm gonna avoid the butter.
You reach inside and you pull out a piece of parchment, the same parchment you saw earlier that the man had. It is a complete sketch of you, of your face. It says your name at the top, and there is a wanted amount on there of 25,000 gold.
I'm gonna do I guess, history check to see, is this properly signed off and authorized by like an appropriate authority or just, somebody? So that would be a 16.
All right, so that's a fair roll. You can tell these are not forged documents at all, and these are signed by someone within the baronry of where he's from.
So I thought that this evil dude was overthrown.
No, he wasn't overthrown. His lieutenant was overthrown.
So
While they're having this conversation, how many drinks can Jackson get this guy deep with about?
Oh, well, you don't even need gold. This is a party in your honor. Drinks are free flowing. Give me a persuasion check to, as an ally and friend of Clairval, to join in revelment with this man.
Alrighty. Persuasion. I hate how far I have to scroll. 17.
17. He finds himself back at the main feast hall with yourself. He's sitting on a bench and he's tending to his wounds. He's wrapping some wrappings around where Kylo had stabbed him. And you persuade him pretty well to start having some stiff drinks to relieve the pain. He drinks up. Are you drinking with him?
Yes.
Being a sailor, I assume you're very good with your alcohol.
Yep.
Give me a Constitution roll as we go. Constitution saving throw as we start getting into the drinks. I'll give you advantage being a sailor around booze for a long time.
Dirty 20.
Nice, beautiful. All right, you're putting them down with this guy, talking about friendly things and whatnot, just killing the time as he's drinking with you. It's not too long. He goes for a couple rounds before he starts feeling the effects of these drinks. You're natural 20. You're perfectly fine. This guy's a little bit
Unnatural 30.
dirty 20 on the end of his on the end of getting drunk here. Let's go again.
You want con or persuasion first?
Oh,
Here's the
he's
information.
persuaded. Give me a
I
con.
sent it to you in Discord.
Oh, update me with that too, sir.
Sure.
So just con then?
Just con.
You'd have to fill in the gaps about the relic and all that. The name
That's
of the
a
town.
14.
Okay. Again, you're doing okay. You're getting tipsy, but he's schmammered. So this guy's pretty done.
Yeah.
You find not too much longer into the night before these guys get back, he's gonna like kind of pass out his head on your shoulder and just be sleeping sitting up as you're smiling, enjoying your drink, having done your duty there.
As soon as he's passed out, I'm bringing him to the ship and tying him up in my room.
Okay. You're all right. You make your way. You're gonna, as they're over there doing their thing, you're gonna make your way down to the docks with this unconscious guy and gonna tie him up below in one of the cabins. You two back at the stables as you're talking for a while and discovering different things and deciding what to do. Give me a perception, both of you.
26.
17.
Nice. You hear a slip and you hear "oh" ooh, as somebody falls down near the back of the stables.
Oh, sure. When we roll well, it's easy to hear. I believe the lady has joined us.
Fada.
You look over and you can see somebody standing up from some of the hay where the horses were. She's got the cowl of her cloak pulled over. Go over, help her to her feet type thing. She's like, somebody put a bunch of grease down there.
You might want to watch out where the horse is licking.
She says, "Oh, you didn't come alone."
No, this is my lawyer.
Yeah, that's the kind of bard he is.
She goes, "Oh, the bard. This is the bard who told the great
This is the bard,
stories
yes,
of the
yes.
heroes."
Yeah.
My
He
lady,
wanted- I told him of you, and he wanted to meet you.
Oh, well, how lucky.
insight check.
Okay.
18. How pissed is she that I'm here?
No, she's still, because you told the story of these great adventures, and she said, "Oh, these are great
She
adventures."
was inspired by you.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
She says, "Well, great. Have you considered the offer?"
We have. It's a little bit out of our way currently.
Well, you have some days till your ship is fixed. It wouldn't.
We have-
Do.
It wouldn't take but that.
Feta, we have some questions that I'm hoping you can provide some insight for. Please tell me about this box that you need us to retrieve.
It is.
And
Go ahead.
I'm in insight. I'm studying the hell out of her. I want to know what the hell's going on.
Okay.
Natural 19, so that would be a 25.
Nice. All right. She says, "Well, it is a box that I had hidden away in my chambers long ago, and it contains quite some personal effects that I wish dearly to have back. I wouldn't want them to fall into the wrong hands."
So
I-
I'm sorry, Feta. This is where I'm having a bit of trouble. You left this town when you were 3, 4?
A little bit older, but maybe 8 or 9.
What did you possess that could fall into the wrong hands?
She kind of
At
looks. She kind of looks down. Give me a or what was your insight? Did you do insight?
25.
You get 25. Damn. All right. She kind of looks down and she says, "Oh well, just some personal effects. A book of poetry, a small statue that was given to me by my sister who died. It holds great value. You can tell she's leaving something out. Like these are items she
Yeah, I know.
wants.
Feta, I have traveled the world. I have seen lands that you've not yet heard of. I have witnessed the heroism of Kylo, of Jackson, of Ragnar. I have seen things in other worlds that would drive you mad. Please, do not lie to me. And this is going to be a persuasion.
Nice. Do it.
That would be a 22.
Oh, sick.
This is why I bring the lawyer.
All right, you see her think about it for a second. She's looking at you two. She knows you're these powerful adventurers, and you could do the task that she wishes. She doesn't see any hint of evil about you or selfishness or anything like that. And says, "Well, there's something that I hid as a child from my father a long time ago. It was a powerful weapon. It was a bane weapon against giants. I do not want him to have it. The men are leading an expedition to the city in the next while, and they intend to look for this weapon, thinking it left behind in the throne room, so they can wage war across the land and slay all the giants. I do not view them as evil, as my father does, and I wish to have this back, so I may destroy it. May keep it from ever reaching his hand."
Okay, so, do I believe her?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Just tugging on your heartstrings, isn't she?
No. We gotta play good characters.
Yeah. I never play good characters.
So she is what she says she is.
Yeah.
At face value.
When do the men leave to attempt to retrieve this?
She says, "Oh, it won't be for quite a while. They're still in their revel mode, which usually lasts days.
How far is your village?
It's not too far to the north. Maybe
Not
only...
too far to help me.
The men will be about a week. They will be reveling and whatnot. I would say you could get there within 2 days."
2 days travel. How heavily infested is the land between here and...
She says, "You are in the north, in the wild north. As you can see, it is cold here, but there is still scrubland and vegetation. Beyond that, the top part of our island, which was once the continent of Ashura below, is covered in ice now. Leland itself is frozen. It is snowed in, frozen over, unapproachable by sea. You must go by foot. But you will face the winter up there. Frost giants do dwell in that area of the island, as well as other creatures of the north, wolves, demons.
was going to ask about the demons. What kind of infestation do they have here?
She says they are here, but they are not as common as in Ashura. The giants and the other areas of the wild have seemed to keep them back, but not overwhelmingly. You'll run into them.
Have you been to the town since it was left?
No.
Have any from Laken didn't return to the town?
Loken. She'll say that patrols, scout patrols, hunt. Some of the hunters and whatnot have gone by patrolling it, looking at it and thing from afar, but not entering it.
Is there someone from the patrols that you would trust to act as a guide for us to bring us there?
She's thinking about that. Most of the men are very loyal to my father.
Or anyone in town that might know the area.
Well, we can't just have anyone in town, because if they realize that we're bringing back a giant bane weapon, they're not going to let us destroy it, leave with it, what have you.
Well, maybe like a trapper or a fisherman or somebody that can get us.
We
close
need
to there.
someone we need someone who's going to be loyal to, I don't know what the daughter of a baron is called.
Oh.
Baron?
Clairval would. I don't. He's loyal to the lady and of a similar disposition with regards to the giants.
Mm-hmm.
Any hunter trapper in this area is going to turn us over at a moment's notice. And something tells me from my discussions I've had with the townsfolk, they wouldn't hesitate to rip out our internal organs in order to claim a giant's bane weapon from us.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Is
a pretty
that
good
an accurate assessment that I have there, DM?
Yeah.
Clairval. There's a pretty good chance that if we know where we're going, that myself or May would be able to track to the city at least through the wilderness. But we'd have to know where we're going.
Yeah, as rangers, you know the land.
I'm unfamiliar with the land, and May's not even from this plane. So
Well, she gave you a drawing of the castle, and she can give you direction. Being a ranger, you can understand overland travel. You're going to be heading north from here, and then
I take it it's forested near there.
it is. So you're going to be going through scrubland into hilly land, hilly and wooded land, and then you're going to be going through more of a tundra type land, leading up the western coast of the island towards the former city.
Yeah, my proficiency's in forested areas.
Yeah, so you know where you're going, type thing. You would know how to get through.
So here's what we're going to need to do this. We're going to need, I'm ticking off a mental list here.
Okay.
We're going to need to know exactly how to get to where we're going, preferably with a guide, though that might not be feasible because I have no intention of killing a guide just to keep them quiet.
Nor
We're
do
going to know exactly, you've got a very nice map. We need to know exactly how to get to this area once we're in the Baron, the old barony here. We're going to need to have an excuse as to where we are for a week's worth of time. And finally, we're going to need a way to get this Giant's Bane weapon onto the ship in a way that's not going to trigger the fact that, hey, this party took our Giant's Bane gift. You're already wanted in one barony.
Yeah, I don't need to be wanted in another one.
You do not need to be wanted in another one.
Even if it is for doing good things in both.
You're a folk hero.
It's hard for me to say sorry, say no to someone who needs help.
That's right.
Well, the guy that wanted to turn in for bounty needed help.
He doesn't need help.
Turn yourself in.
Yeah, sure, I'll help you right away. Here's my arms. Just take me away. I mean, people that are, what's the word?
Not trying to stab you.
True. Yeah, not trying to stab me or kill me or harm others. She's trying to
All these provisions and provisos. Jeez.
Just trying to
No
broker
wonder
a
people wanna
peace
kill
between.
You were Hercules or the Mandalorian. Help us from the warlords.
Yeah. We're going to help you.
Seems very excited.
I'm not quite sure how yet, but we are going to help you. Leave this with us. You said that the rest of the town won't be leaving for this expedition for at least a week. Is that correct?
That's right.
Unless they get wind of what we're doing.
Yeah.
So let's make sure that doesn't happen.
Speak to no one. No one about this.
And we'll have to decide who we can trust on our crew as well.
This is going to be a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh, nice. I rolled a 19. That would be a 31.
Who are you persuading, Kylo?
No, I'm persuading her not to tell anyone.
Oh, she ain't gonna tell anyone. You see her very, very happy. She goes over and gives Kylo a big hug, and then she kind of runs off towards the castle, very, very gleeful that you're going to help in her little mission there.
How are you getting the hug? I was going to turn her down, but I said we're going to help.
Because Kylo is the one told of in the stories of his greatness.
And that's why I do it that way. Because, like, in a couple days, no one's going to remember the bard's name.
But they'll remember me. And they'll remember Jackson.
And then the bounty
Ragnar
goes up.
And May.
Yep. But they won't remember the bard. That's the way the bard prefers it.
She will thank you very, very deeply and then make her way off to the castle.
When he is gone, I am going to be quietly cursing to all the various gods that I can think of this.
What are you, cursing your goodness?
I'm cursing being stuck in this situation.
I didn't even want to come to this port. So.
Didn't even want to come here.
We already had enough people we were helping. She did talk about reward, though. She didn't tell us what the reward was, because she just
walking away
sent her away
with a giant bane weapon. Like, dear Lord, we could sell that for a freaking giant big weapon. We could probably sell that for a fort.
A fort?
Sell it right back to the Baron.
Yeah. Double crosser, sell it back to the Baron.
We just said we'd retrieve it.
Yeah.
We're going to do with it as we please. Hey, Baron, you want to buy a giant bane weapon?
Jackson
Tell us
is,
here.
while they're off,
Yeah.
still at the party and whatnot, Jackson is going through this guy's pockets and emptying everything that he has.
You're going to find very simple things. He's going to have a crossbow with poisonous crossbow bolts. He's going to have a dagger that is poisoned. He's going to have a short sword that is poisoned. You're going to find 9 vials of poison.
Damn.
Cool.
Guy
I'm
was
going to
stocked
take all
up.
of that from him and tie him down in the hold.
All right.
You probably put him in the brig. We do have a brig, don't we?
Yeah, I could put him there. I'll put him there.
All right. He's still unconscious. You went through. You got the stuff off him. Any other supplies would be in the saddlebags that he had, which were very, very light. And then the wanted poster, of course.
So is this his horse?
It is.
Not anymore.
No, I know that, but it is his horse. So
Mhm.
we're still in the stables, going through the packs. Is there anything, nothing else of interest in the packs?
No.
No.
Basic
I'm gonna
supplies.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ask the horse what he knows of what's gone on, about the bounty, about where he's come from, about the crew that the bounty hunter is working with. All the good information.
Oh man, you can speak the now. Speak with the animal. Can you speak to the animal? But the animal, can it speak back?
Yep.
I believe so. I don't have that. I can't click on it here.
Hold on.
Yep. Look it up real quick. I don't remember the spell.
Yeah, the spell is Speak with Animals. You gain the ability to comprehend
Yeah,
and
speak
verbally
with animals.
communicate
Hmm.
with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at a minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the GM's discretion.
All right, so within the past day, so he knows that that they rode into town, left other friends, rode into town. It's kind of the basics of what he'll give you.
Did they stop anywhere?
The horse will say made camp a couple nights before arriving here.
And how many others were with them?
The others with him were 3.
3 others.
Mhm.
Are they the 3 that he would be summoning?
Yes.
I'm just gonna check with Clairol. Should I persuade the horse to do something for us, or wander off?
Well, I don't know how well this horse is going to fare in, high winter area
Yeah.
on its own.
It's got grease here to eat, buttery grease.
Yeah, he might get eaten by frost giants.
Can you confirm with the horse if these are your friend's saddlebags? These are specifically his?
If you
Horse.
if you ask the horse, he will say yes. They're masters. Yes.
Okay,
They belong to his master, yes.
yeah. So I'm gonna take like just a pouch or pocket off of one of the saddlebags, like just a cut off a bit,
Okay.
and just keep that
Okay.
because I have a crystal ball.
Oh, right. Good plan.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to tell the horse that he's been a very good boy,
Yeah.
and to enjoy his time in the warm stables, and give him an apple.
Oh, very nice. All right.
Do you have an apple?
There's an apple somewhere. I took one from the feast. I'm saving it for later.
So he's stealing apples.
Stealing apples.
It's a feast. How is it stealing at a feast?
Hey, Kyle, look, I'm starting to side with our buddy here.
Claire Val, and all the things we've been through, can't you trust me?
Clearly I do, because I've just hoodwinked this guy and put him off with Jackson doing God knows what to him. Like, seriously, we just left this
With the psychopath.
in with Jackson unattended in a pirate camp.
Yeah, we don't know Jackson well enough to know exactly what he would do to him.
Him already.
He might be
He's not
thinking,
eating him, but he is beating him with an inch of his life.
I really hope not.
I guess he's not going to be Jackson's friend anymore. He's still your friend.
Yeah,
Got him wasted, tied him up. He's not doing good.
Yeah, he ain't doing good.
He's probably been pants. So.
Oh.
What was I going to say? I can't remember.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll just make sure the horse is good to go, and we'll just leave the horse there. So.
Okay,
there
horse
any
is happy.
Are there any insignias on the saddlebags at all?
There would be insignias of the baronry, yes.
Okay, I'm going to remove the insignias
Okay.
so that nobody asks any questions.
Take a dagger, take them off, yeah.
I need one of those.
I gave you one. I'll put the rest in my pack.
I'm gonna make I'll keep a separate list of items I have for scrying.
Okay. Good idea.
Okay. Alright, we need to have a conversation with everybody else about this situation. Because I know how I feel about this. I don't know as Jackson's, the impression I've gotten from Jackson is he might not have an issue with how the Frost Giants are being handled around here.
He probably doesn't. That's,
And I'm quite sure where Ragnar and May are gonna fall into this as well.
Well, Ragnar's here with us, so he's gonna give us our answer.
Ragnar goes, oh, what? Oh, I fell asleep standing up.
Oh, yeah,
Again?
right there, right there, buddy. Here, have an apple.
He just
Took a couple.
says, I like to kill. I like to fight things and jump on them and beat them down, whatever they are.
Yes, but you're a soldier. Would you be all right marching on a tribe that was already defeated? We don't know the capacity of this frost giant tribe. Seems that they've taken advantage of them over the years by hunting them and killing them. And I don't see this place under siege.
Yep, that's true. That's true. He says, as a soldier, we would follow orders of the army. If this is not a war, it is.
Your mic cut out there.
Court, and I'm guessing this is a way to have a common enemy to rally the populace behind, and they're probably less concerned what kind of job Leland is doing managing Loken here.
I mean, it looks like the fort is prosperous for what it is.
It's prosperous, but is it well defended? Do they have any type of, like, clearly they're not concerned about ending attack here.
No, it seems like a pirate fort with a lot of civilians,
Yeah.
and apparently a lot of daughters of the Baron.
I'm done warning you.
I don't mean that. He's had a lot of free time, apparently.
Out of character, I am just gonna say I totally expected that ring to end up dropping in one of the Baron's daughter's rooms.
That'd be a good
I
way.
guess I could have followed him through the fort and probably found out that. All right, well, let's go back and inform everybody about what's going on.
Yeah, let's head back to the boat. I'll go pick up Jackson and see what he's done with our friend.
All right, you make your way back to the main feast hall, where I guess May would be at this point. Pick her up, and Ragnar's along with you. Ragnar grabbing drink and food as he goes. You look in there, don't see Jackson. May will inform you that he did leave back towards the boat with someone in his company.
Oh, what was the guy? Did we get the guy's names? He's a good friend of Clairvel's.
You did not.
No, we didn't.
You make your way down towards the ship during the night and onto the boat, start heading below deck. There you will see Jackson, as well as the other people, the other NPCs are still hanging out of the boat too. Meet up with Jackson, and you don't see the guy with him right away.
You didn't eat him, did you?
No, I beat the shit out of him and tied him up.
Jackson.
Where did you tie him up?
He's tied up in the brig.
I guess that's a good
Also,
place.
I took all of his shit.
Who saw you bring him on here?
People saw me carry off a drunk guy. I didn't tie him up till we were back here. And I
But
tied him up under the ship.
Who knows he's here on the ship, though?
It wasn't being stealthy, but
They weren't probably watching him either. His friends aren't in town, so we
There
might
would
have.
probably been a light watch on our ship, right? Because they would have been all in town.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of the workers see you? No, it would have been after hours,
Nope,
right?
the workers.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, here's the situation. Like we already shared what I learned about what how the town feels about the frost giants around here, and they're hunting them for sport. I guess old Baron Leland got his hands on a giant bane weapon years ago, and when they left the town, his daughter had hidden that weapon away to keep it from him, and it was not retrieved, and it has been there since. I guess fate has been happy to leave it there since no one's been going back to the town, but Daddy Dearest appears to be interested in retrieving the weapon after all these years.
Sounds like you may have caused the fight then.
Now,
And
fate that
yeah, Feta wants nothing to do with the killing of the giants anymore. So she's charged us to retrieve the weapon before the group that's being sent from the fortress here heads that way to retrieve it. But as Clairval said, we need to have a reason for leaving the town, and a reason to not totally inform our crew while we're leaving. Because we're not taking everybody.
Yeah. We can't approach the fort by water. This is going to be a land trip, and it's approximately 2 days travel. We can't bring any of the locals with us as guides, because they'll know where we went and then report back to the Baron that we went there. And when he can't find his weapon, they'll know that we took it.
And we need a cover story that won't draw attention or draw anyone wanting to join us for the sport of it. So no hunting giants, no hunting strange creatures that we've heard of.
We could get some of the crew to state that, we ate something that didn't agree with us. We're all sick below decks. That might keep people from coming in to check on us and wondering why we're not around. We could tell the crew that we've befriended one of the locals who's got a jealous husband or something along that lines.
We could check in with if there's a Legion representative here, and see if there's any small unclaimed quests that don't interest anyone that we could take.
Well, and if they do interest, it doesn't matter if we claim it; it's ours. That's an excellent idea, Kylo.
That's why we fly the Legion flag on the ship.
Jackson will pause for a second. We do have several fishing nets. The crew could just go on a fishing expedition the same time we're gone.
Yeah, merchant.
Aren't they repairing the boats?
They're repairing my boat. The ship should already be repaired by now.
I thought they were repairing both boats, and it was going to take about a week for both. I thought our main boat, not your magical one, was the one that needed about a week's repairs.
Main boat will take about a week, but the people from the actual city are going to repair that for you. Some of the shipwrights and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, we can't take the boat.
So once the ships are ready, they could go fishing.
They have other boats that the people there would go fishing, and if your crew wants to join them on a fishing trip,
would help with payment. Although they've asked for nothing in payment.
That's right.
Could be a good way for us to make a little bit of money while we're here.
Here's my biggest concern at this point. We do not want the Baron asking us for this exact same quest.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is a legitimate concern of mine at this point. Daughter had this idea. Daddy might have the exact same one. We're already giant slayers in their mind. And competent adventurers. We need to avoid having a conversation with Daddy at all costs. Because we cannot know about this weapon as far as he's concerned.
Well, how long is it going to take to fix the magic boat?
Oh, fix the magic boat. The guys are gonna help out with that. The people from the city will help out with that one. It won't take as long. Just had some damage to the bottom of the hull, so we'll say half the time.
A day or two?
Sure.
Okay, so may have a plan. We could have the crew stay here until the ship is fixed. We take the magic boat with us, which you could put in your pocket, obviously, or your backpack, whatever. When we're done our quest, we'll have them. When the ship's ready, they can sail out of port. We can find somewhere to meet with them at the other boat that's away from the city, so that they don't get as many questions asked, and no quests are given to anyone on our crew.
Well, no one's taking jobs though. Talking to us, and if we're sick below decks, no one's taking any jobs. I'm not worried about that as long as we can stick with that.
We still need to leave town somehow.
Yeah. Did we see anything indicating a Legion presence here, DM?
No, unfortunately. Legion presence or an Adventure Guild presence would be available in every major city in every region. But because this is an independent baronry that used to be part of Ashura that's broken off free, it's too small.
Okay, so after checking that out, we know that they're not here. So,
Yeah. I think our cover story is we're sick below decks. But we still need a way to get through this wilderness.
we'll have to leave under cover of night. If we wait the week for the ship to be ready, the other troop will be on their way.
Well, we can't wait for the ship to be ready. We need
Right.
to go
Yep.
and get back before they even think to leave.
Yeah. Well, we need to go at least and be on our way out of the city.
Yeah.
Before they get to the city, so that we don't run into them.
All
My
right.
biggest, my biggest
we need-
concern at this point is figuring out how to navigate through to get to this keep. We've got a very nice detailed map of the keep itself.
Mhm.
Great.
Mhm.
We don't have a map to get there.
Being a ranger, Kylok and May are pretty confident they could find this. A giant walled city on the western cliffs. They were given go north, head across the scrubland until you start seeing forests. From there, you're going to be heading northwest towards the western side of the island up into the northern tundra areas. City itself is... What's that?
I was going to say the Rangers are confident that with a detailed description from
Yeah.
the daughter, we can get there.
Yes.
Yeah, and beyond that too, there should be if covered over even a little bit, there should be a trade route somewhere that would have gone to the city. There should be
Mhm.
roads somewhere, even if they're grown over.
So,
So may be able to find that, but it's also a giant walled city. It's an actual city, not a
Yeah.
fort.
So do
we
we
should be able
wanna-
to find it.
do we want to do this? Are we committed to doing this?
Didn't you commit us?
I said we'd help. I didn't say we'd do it. You brought the lawyer, remember?
Yeah.
What's the folk hero in you say?
The
When the
hero
folk
in this
ask
says we
you
have
for a
to-
quest.
we need to help those that can't help themselves.
I mean, that's just Kylok's view.
Yeah, I know.
That's me
And I'm
speaking.
putting this out to everybody. I'm looking more specifically at Jackson, May, and Ragnar.
I wish I
She
could
doesn't
speak for
have
Jackson
the,
and May, or May and Ragnar, but
She doesn't have the force to go against her father to go and get this. We also don't want it to fall into the giant's hands, as far as I know.
Well,
And
Giants having a giant Bane weapon doesn't really.
I can kill myself.
Yeah.
Well,
Now, what we can do, being 11:45, we could do a little more stuff if you want, and then table it for next game. Hopefully, the other two will be back.
I'd say we table it for.
Get their input, their discussion,
Yep.
to see what you guys would like to do. In the next, the nights you'll spend on the ship, you'll be uninterrupted. You're safe there. The guy is passed out below. He won't give you any trouble.
The guy's going to be getting an interrogation from Claire Val.
rubber glove and all.
You will find him.
Jack is perfect
You
to
haven't
order
seen him
the
use
crew.
intimidation yet.
This man is a hired man. He will still be hard to intimidate.
Jackson is going to give an order to the crew real quick.
Mhm.
He's only to give the man under in the brig water and small pieces of fruit, nothing else.
Mm-hmm. All right. The crew will act justly. Take care of this man. Make sure he remains in the brig. The next day, most of the people are hungover from that.
I'm going back to the party festivities to make sure I'm seen.
All
So
right.
Before
Yeah.
we finish the conversation here,
Yeah.
we could actually. There's several ways we can get out of the city. So we could sail out on the other ship while the other one's being repaired, and we could make land somewhere down the coast that isn't covered in ice and go that way, or we can sneak out of town at night if we're gonna go do this quest.
Both ships are under
Otherwise,
repair.
Otherwise, we're stuck here for a week. Yeah, but the other ship's gonna be done in a day or so.
The magical boat.
Yeah,
We said 2 days for the magical boat.
2 days. Yeah, which will still give us lots of time to get ahead of the other.
Yeah, I know, but I want to be back and gone before they're even leaving. I don't want them to get there and think, hey,
Hey, adventurers! You helped us kill the giants. Come along. Let's go.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
true. I know that. I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back to this city, this fortress, because just to pick up the boat, because they're gonna be like, oh, hey, what do you got there? Hey, we're gonna go attack the town and get our giant bane thing. Wait, you already got it. Hooray! We're gonna have another party for 6 days.
yeah, well, that's why we're going to be coming back. Okay, and that's what, hold up my little bag of holding, this is for.
Make sure you put some bumpers on that axe when we get it.
We don't know if it, do we know what kind of weapon it is?
No, I don't think she said.
Oh, I thought you said it was an axe.
Giant bane weapon.
Did I
Oh, it's a giant bane
say?
weapon, okay. Maybe you just said giant bane
Nope, didn't say.
weapon, so it could be a butter knife.
Yep. The ironic, it's a little tiny dagger for killing giant. Okay, so I want to head back into town. I want to get, based on what the daughters told me now, I want to get more of a feel from the town about Daddy. I want to get a feel for what kind of baron he is and how things are actually going in this town. So I'm going to give you another, investigation check.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20.
You make your way back up and back into the party. Anybody who's going can go. It's still going. It's going to go all night. There's going to be drinking. There's going to be food. There's going to be music to all hours. And you start talking to the men. The men there seem very good spirits. They're very happy, and they love to serve the Baron. They takes good care of them there, for at least as well as they know, as they're always out hunting the frost giants, out for sport, being
So
rewarded.
for sport, how are things actually in the town though? And this is me gathering the information. This is me asking questions. Is the town being taken care of? Are homes in disrepair? Are children being fed? Are
So far, it seems like everyone is being fed. There's lots of food and drink. Good times seem to be going. The people who are doing their trades seem very well off with their trades, and their port is always open. Travelers come in and through. The people do long for their houses back in the way of the city and the freedom of that, instead of being cooped up in a fort type thing.
So there are a lot of them that are actually old enough to remember living in the city, other than not as
Yes,
being young and not necessarily owning property there.
that's right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, so they long for the return of the great city, and they know that the Baron is going to lead them and take it back, and it'll be a glorious day when they return to their homes and their former kingdom, type thing.
I want
Sorry.
to talk to some of the older people that would be wanting to go back, and ask them why it hasn't been tried in the past. Why is it a focus now?
You will find that it has been tried in the past. It has been tried in the past a couple times. Mainly, what they've been doing is going on these giant raids and fighting at various outposts and caves along the way, working up to the city, getting better at what they do, and really honing their trade and taking these massive creatures down as a better fighting force. As they've gotten better at it, that's their ultimate goal. They've had scouting parties near there, people nearby to look at and inspect the fort, or the city, but never have tried straight up entering it. Reports from the scouts and that is that it's pretty occupied, and it would take a hell of a force to go in there. They think over the last while last couple of years that the giants have been seen less and less in the area, so they're not so worried about them attacking where they are now. Anybody who was nearby, they've taken out over time, and the giants have become less and less, meaning they've probably retreated to the north and are stationed there. They haven't pressed too far into the snow-covered lands to try a campaign up there. They stayed in the warmer southern lands.
I want to find out, talking to people, who are the 3 greatest warriors in this town.
How do they give you the name, I guess, of 3 guys who lead raids or brigades or whatever you want to call them?
I want to hear stories of other exploits. The purpose of this is I'm trying to gauge the formidableness of this group.
They do seem pretty formidable. They tell you stories about these guys, and these guys have led.
You're supposed to tell me they were weaklings and they weren't a threat at all.
But no, the stories they tell are not of weaklings. They speak highly of their people, and emphasize the great things that they have done. Taking down a giant takes a lot of tells a hell of a lot of force and tactical skill, and these guys have done that. And they're very, very happy for it, and decorated greatly from the Baron for it as well, rewarded nicely for their involvement.
What's their general feeling toward killing all these giants?
Again, these people are like in a frenzy. They've been worked up. They've been I don't know. This is like their passion, their main thing, right? The Baron rewards them and encourages them and throws feasts and things in their honor for these great parties that go out and take these down. The men are inspired by these leaders that help rile the men up and get them, yeah, let's go, and they go out in their giant wagons with their horns a blaring, all focused on taking these big guys out, these big creatures down.
So does it seem like they're more of that they're all I'm trying to figure out exactly what to say, but it's like they're going out and killing wild boar for sport? Is there any, do any of them, is there any sense that a large majority of them have any kind of remorse or any kind of trepidation as to killing all of the giants? Or is this just something that...
It's not seen... Yeah.
If I may, I think the sense we're getting from this is like, this is World War II. We going out and killing Nazis.
We're killing the ones who wronged us, who took our home, and we're going to take them all down and get rid of them out of our land so that we'll have a nice, peaceful land where we can live in. We don't need these vile, evil frost giants living up here, destroying our town and taking our stuff, that kind of thing.
So when was the last time they attacked the fort?
It doesn't look like long ago, from, like you said, the fort not being very defensive. It looks like at one time, maybe there was. The frost giants were kind of, every once in a while, coming over and fighting them, and maybe there was a war, but maybe that war's long done, and now it's been safe there for a while, but there's still consensus is still, all right, let's go get these guys.
So there isn't a lot of people that would support Freda's.
No, not that you get it all. No, not that you're finding. They are, lack of a better term, brainwashed by the Baron and his propaganda.
The town's take on the daughters.
The guys will tell you right away that the Baron is very protective of his family. They don't go anywhere without escort, and any men who have ever tried to get near the daughters have met with not so pleasant ends. The Baron...
difficult for him to marry those girls off.
Yeah, it is probably the Baron's intention that they don't get married. If he had it his way, the men would say to you. They know better. The women are very noble, very well kept, very beautiful, but they dare not look upon them when the Baron is around, for they've seen his wrath in the past, and it's a different side of him that they don't ever wish to cross.
I'm gonna probe on this one a bit, see if I can get some more information on this story. Persuasion check to try and get them to open up about this one.
They'll tell you a story about about a man who tried to elope with one of the daughters years ago, and that the Baron found out about this and her missing from from the fortress and sent out an entire party to track them down, return the daughter, and slay the man.
Which daughter?
He gives you one of the names.
What's
Sildred.
the, so what's the story? So let's ask the same person who's nicely telling us stories. You know,
Yeah.
nice sense. How and what was the situation with the daughter that was killed?
Oh, like in the north? That was just
Yeah.
during the escape. So during the exodus from the city, many people were killed at the time when the Frost Giants came in.
Okay.
They will give
So
you...
she's just one of many.
She was one of many killed, left behind, yes, which maybe fueled the Baron's fire for this great retaliation, which again maybe justified in the beginning as the Giants were attacking, but over time was not the case. He will also give you at the time, as you're prying about the city and the Giants coming in and what had happened, he'll give you the name of a kind of like a leader or warlord or a main giant that approached the city that day. This would be one of the older guys that they call him Ice Crown.
I was just going to ask that too. What was the relationship between the Giants and the nation before, like the Baron and the nation before the attack on the city?
One of the
Not right up to it, but in the past, like
What are
prior
the-
to whatever happened.
the older generation will tell you that this island used to be part of the continent of Ashura. It was a great city that was located between Ashura to the south and the frozen reaches to the north, the Elven city, and it saw a lot of trade between both races over time. The Giants weren't there at the time, but when the breaking of the world and the area became an island, the Giants had come down from the mountain before that was all torn away, and were pretty much kind of like stranded here or part of here now, and began claiming their territory.
So they've always been hostile toward the people of Leland.
Yes, the Giants were always a threat at one time, but they were further off, and they would not venture close to the city. People knew to stay away from the mountains. Respect their land.
What's the deal with Ice Crown?
That's what he gave you the name of one giant. So on that day that they attacked, they were led by a giant who was in charge, a warlord type giant. They called him Ice Crown because he had a crown of ice shards around his head.
So they just call him that. That's not actually. They haven't had
No.
dealings with.
No.
Okay.
He was one of the big ones, one of the tough ones, the one in charge. Came charging through with axes, commanding the others as they took down the city.
You got anything else there, Claire? About?
Not at the moment, but we're at midnight there, so let's call it there.
All right.
If we come up with some other questions, we can ask them still.
We're gathering information.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what the other guys think, and then we'll meet up in the next game and decide what we wish to do.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just at the end of the night for the party, we'll head back to the ship, and the next time we play will be the next morning.
That sounds good.
We actually end at an actual stopping point for once, instead of being in the middle of a battle.
Yeah,
or
no battle, man.
stepping through a portal and going there.
All right. Well, that is good. I'm going to close this off. We're losing our cameras there, so
Yeah.
thank you guys. We'll see you next week.
right.
I'll play the movie, do the thing.
Everybody.
Have a good night, man. See ya.
See you.
All right, movie time. Yeah.
Melancholy, fear the approaching doom. Know your fears, but don't let them consume. Innocence lost, no one is immune. We all will know loss.